simply a player in a world that is not your own. Super Suit lets you become you in a world limited only by your imagination. Forged from technology light years away, powered by the energy inside you. Get ready to dawn. The Super Suit. Super Suit is the world's first wearable gaming platform and uses new sci-fi technology to communicate suit to suit so they work anywhere. The Super Vest is its power core. It lights up, makes sound, and has haptic feedback letting you feel when you get hit. The Super Glove is the tool to activate special abilities. Its engaged gesture technology gives you the power to unleash shockwaves, generate force fields, and much more. Inside every suit is a special super bot, which act as allies boosting your defense, zap your opponents, or be the goal of the game. Stocked full of a variety of games at launch, gives Super Suit the ability to be experienced single or multiplayer. Like in Super Suit's take on Capture the Flag, the suit's bots become goals sought after by opposing team members. And in its flagship strategy game, Robin Hood, players use the Super Suit's give and take features to steal resources from the rich team and give them to the poor team. With Super Suit, the more you play, the more powerful you become. Instead of leveling up a character, you level up. Rewarding you with new powers and gestures as your abilities increase. And tracking those powers is done in the app, where you can monitor current level, compare scores and active minutes, and download new games. Inside Super Suit exists a new world of gaming. Get ready to unlock your potential. Get ready to don the Super Suit and live the game.
Hello and welcome to day 5 of Bauma 2019 and the last of our daily news videos.
So all this week you've been exploring, haven't you, Hannah, what the show has on offer?
Yes, I've seen some extraordinary things and experienced how the industry is embracing innovation and technology.
So Hannah, let's have a look at your highlights. Now, you may remember that earlier this week we talked about how the buzzword this year at the show is electrification.
As a potential game changer for our industry, we've spent this week talking to some people close to the subject.
The worst batteries will ever be is today. They're only going to get better tomorrow and the next year and the next year.
Battery technology, which is developing very fast, but is very, very expensive at the moment.
We don't necessarily think that the electrification is the only way of going.
Is this the future? Well, we have a special extended report on electrification available now on our website. So head over to dailynews-online.com to watch.
Now, Jonathan Trace has been a busy man all week chatting with visitors about what Bauma 2019 means to them.
One way of getting your step count up at Bauma 2019 is to go out and about in the halls and ask people what they think about the show, what they like best, what's been the most impressive thing that they've seen. And this is what they told me. Where have you come from?
Italy.
From Japan.
From Slovenia.
I'm from China.
The north of England.
I'm from Dubai.
Oscar, was war das Beeindruckendste auf der Bauma bis jetzt? Der Liebherrstand.
The stand of Liber.
The crowd of the people. The volume of people here.
It's intercontinental something, I'm very impressed.
The Lastwagen.
The beer's still as good as the last 3 years. To look, everything was new in techniques.
Exciting.
Big.
Grande.
Huge.
Massive.
For the business seeker, it's the best place to come.
The industry has changed dramatically since the last Bauma, so I can't wait to see where we are in another 3 years' time. Now with a roundup of today's news, here's Nadira.
MOBA has won first prize in the Bauma 2019 Innovation Awards for their PAVE TM system, the world's only system for automatic layer thickness measurement in road construction.
It makes it groundbreaking because it's a really somehow complicated technology because of the movements of the street, and it makes it really important because you are able now to see values which you didn't see them before, and now you have it displayed continuously and see every movement, and then you can react on it.
Topcon has unveiled its new X53X, a new version modular solution for excavation. It adds automatic features rather than its light bar indicator, which was previously used. Indeco at this year's Bauma are launching 3 new products.
For the first time we present here at the Bauma show mulching head for forestry application, tailored for machine from 5 to 50 ton excavators. We just came out with the smallest of our hammer. We call it HP 100. It's a 60 kilograms piece of attachment, and it's suitable for the micro excavators. We're talking about 0.708 ton up to 2 ton. And Indeco came out here in Bauma with the last of the family of the rotating pulverizer. It's a small equipment. It weighs 570 kilos. It goes on a small machine from 5 ton to 12 ton.
McLanahan Corporation's new Ultra Wash is available in 3 sizes. It's a modular wash plant that can produce up to 3 aggregate products and 2 sand products. Well, that's it from our coverage of Bauma 2019.
Don't forget, we have a selection of news stories and videos on our website, so you can catch up on anything that you've missed. All of this will also be available on our YouTube page, constructiontv.tv.
Our social media pages are Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all there for you to keep the conversation going post-show.
Well, that's it from Nadira and I. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again next time.
Okay, I'm dropping it. Ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
So right now I'm in a place called the Isla de las Mujeres, right next to Cancun. There's this place called the Underwater Museum, where there's a bunch of statues buried down to kind of help, the wildlife and stuff under the ocean. Normally when I review drones, they're the kind of drones that fly around in the air. Today, we have an underwater drone that films things underwater in 4K. Should be pretty interesting. So after we check out the footage, we'll take the drone apart and see what the water protection is actually like. Let's get started. One of the things that's really hard with this actually, because like with the drone you can actually see which way it's oriented in the sky, the lights on the propellers and stuff like that. With this you don't really know what direction it's going when you're in the water, because there's no way to like orient yourself except for when it reaches the surface.
I gotta check this out for myself. I'm going in. Motors are locked.
Inside of the box we have the drone itself. This thing is legit. Here we have one of the vents for the propellers, so when it's sinking down it's sucking the water up and shooting it out the top of the drone. Then we have the connector here which goes to the tether into the battery pack and the signal where it stores all the information. We have the propellers in the back here. Underneath the drone, here's the propeller that brings it up and down. This is a sonar fish finder. It tells us the water temperature and finds fish down to 130 feet. And then this is a little magnet on the front, so if you have like bait or something you need to drop while fishing, you can just release this from the controller and drop the bait. In the front of the drone we have 2 headlights, LED looks like, and then we have a 4K camera. And that camera's on a 2-axis gimbal. The tether's 225 feet and it goes into that receiver there. And then the controller is kind of like the DJI setup where you have the mount for your phone and then you have the controllers there on the side. inside. Pretty sweet. So this thing right here is called the base station. It's actually like the Wi-Fi emitter because signals underwater don't travel. So Bluetooth and Wi-Fi just don't work underwater very far. So with the tethering cord, that's why we have that. And then this transmits Wi-Fi into the controller just like the DJI controller does. Data storage for like the footage and things, that's all stored inside the drone with internal storage. So there's no removable SD card slot. What makes sense though, because the whole thing is waterproof instead of water resistant. So having the SD card slot would have been really inconvenient as far as waterproofing that goes. One of the hugest perks about this whole setup though is that the charging port, which is also the same thing for the tether, the battery inside of this thing can last for 2 hours. Imagine a drone in the sky being able to last that long. Probably one of the reasons the battery lasts so long is that the water's holding most of the weight of the drone and it doesn't need to like support itself in the sky. And the propellers are pretty small. Okay, I'm dropping it. Ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
When you're flying the drone, you can't go left and right to circle around something. You can only go forward and back and then like twist the front left and right. So it's a little bit different than flying in the air. So it does make things a little bit harder to control, but it's not too bad. This thing lights up blue, but like I was explaining earlier, like it doesn't really orient yourself when you're in the water because you literally can't see it. So basically you're just looking around you in the water. Maybe you can find the bottom of the boat you're in, but it's really hard to tell like distance and stuff when you're flying this underwater. So now that we've seen what this can do and we've explored the outside of it, you know it's time to explore the inside. Let's take this thing apart and see what makes it so waterproof.
One thing to remember as we take apart this power array is that it's waterproof to 30 meters, or 98 feet depending on what part of the world you're diving in. Water-resistant cell phones like the iPhone or the Galaxy phones are only water-resistant to 1 or 1.5 meters. That's a huge difference. It'll be interesting to see what's inside. There are 7 screws holding down the exterior plastics. These are mostly for decoration and physical protection, since there's no waterproofing around the exterior edges. It'll unsnap from the lower body, exposing the more important components. There are some weights attached to the lower shell. This might be to keep it oriented in the water, bottom side down, or it might also be because this is a pre-production unit that isn't quite finished. There is a final version for sale on Amazon today already, and I'll link that in the description, but this one's just a functional prototype. The 3 different propellers are now exposed. All of the motors are concealed inside the watertight black plastic housing. The other side of the white shell can also pull away from the watertight internals, and now it's definitely looking more like a submarine than a drone. There are a total of 46 hexagonal 2.0 screws holding the 2 plastic halves together. After all those screws are out, the top half can lift away. There's still wires attached to that top tethering point. As far as waterproofing goes, a thick green rubber ring surrounds the entire outer lip of the power array. That rubber gets smashed by the 46 screws around the edge, keeping all the water from ingressing. There's also a shiny grease covering that outer lip as well. Water and oily substances don't mix, so there's multiple waterproofing barriers at work here. There are 4 screws holding down the main board to the plastic body, and this would be a good time to mention that anytime you take something waterproof or water resistant apart, it'll never be water resistant again until it's resealed. So with this particular project, I don't plan on reassembling this drone since it's already been compromised. I'll just keep it for parts. I unplugged a few of the signal cables. Interestingly enough, there's an Ethernet port on the motherboard. That explains the long tether and how that signal works. I've never seen that inside of a drone before. There are a few more plugs leading off for the fish finders and front camera, and then the whole motherboard lifts off, exposing the battery. Now this is pretty interesting. The battery that's held in place by the 4 smaller hexagonal 1.5 screws is the same battery that fits inside the Power Egg, an aerial drone made by the same company. Inside the underwater drone, the battery is not removable, but inside the Power Egg, it is. It's smart. Using the same battery across multiple products saves a lot of money. All 3 of the propellers have black wires connecting to the small circuit board in the front, right next to that 4K camera and the front LED headlights. The drone is already pretty sweet, but if I could add one more thing, it would be the ability to float sideways instead of just forward and backward. It would require adding additional motors, but it would be nice to have more control while filming. It was super fun to take apart something that's actually waterproof. The waterproofing on this power array is pretty intense, and I think it's time to go wash my hands. I'll toss a link in the video description with current pricing for this thing. Whether it's just for fun or actual industrial underwater inspections, it's a pretty useful little tool. Thanks a ton for watching, and I'll see you around.
Smart glasses. You can spot them a mile away. They look geeky, uncomfortable, and distracting. And having a camera stuck to your face, it's kinda creepy. Introducing View, the world's first pair of smart glasses that match your lifestyle and your look. Regular earphones transmit sound through the air, but View's bone conduction speakers transmit it through vibrations. Sent directly to your inner ear, only you can hear it.
Hi, Judy. Let's get today started.
Bone conduction lets you stay aware of your surroundings, even as you enjoy your music. View is built for people who use prescription glasses, sunglasses, and even style frames. At an ultra-light 28 grams, it won't weigh you down. View talks to your phone via Bluetooth. With the app, you can perform a range of different tasks without checking your phone. Like take a call, hands-free.
You have a call from Leslie.
Hey Leslie, what's going on?
Get directions,
In 200 feet, turn left on 10th Street.
or control your music. View is designed for work and play. It has a water-resistant housing and built-in activity tracking.
You ran 6,000 steps today and burned 350 calories. Nice job.
You can set friendly reminders,
Hey Dylan, you've been sitting for a while. Let's take a break.
and it's simple to customize the long press and the double tap.
The time is 3:35 p.m.
Always losing your specs? With Find My Glasses, you can easily locate them anywhere. View has two designs, classic and trendy. With its easy-to-use charging case, View's batteries last up to 1 week. Smart glasses that fit your lifestyle and your look. Say hello to View.
Introducing the Webcaster Gun, the only professional cobwebbing system developed with the home haunter in mind. To begin, simply plug in the Webcaster Gun, insert a Webcaster stick and allow to warm up. Plug in your air compressor, adjust the airflow, and squeeze the trigger slowly. The Webcaster Gun is perfect for Halloween decorating, front porches, garages, theater groups, schools, haunted houses, and video productions. The Webcaster Gun, the original professional cobwebbing gun, is developed with the home and professional haunter in mind, delivering high-performance professional results with more webbing per hour. And now, get ready for the Webcaster Gun 2. This brand new gun is designed for the ultimate home haunter desiring amazing results. By utilizing the air power of the blower port from any size shop vacuum, your setup is over in 3 easy steps. For the Webcaster Gun 2, plug in your gun, insert your Webcaster stick and allow to warm up. Attach the air hose to your vacuum's blower port, attach the hose to the hose adapter on the gun, and turn on your vacuum. Now, you're ready to go. Cobwebs are sometimes one of the most difficult and overlooked parts of Halloween decorating, but now that's a thing of the past. This is the new, safe, and fun way to do just that. Most importantly, it's easy to clean in a matter of seconds. The Webcaster Gun Cobwebbing System, developed by professionals and giving you movie-quality cobweb effects every time.